Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of David Rides a Trike. I'm David, and yes, I am riding a trike. If you have seen my introduction to my videos, giving the reason for why I do these videos, you could go down into the into the description, and there's a skip intro link you could click. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I try to provide a little motivation for people with chronic illnesses and disabilities to get out and find some fun form of outdoor exercise, because doing so can be therapeutic and doing something fun is fun. Personally, I fall into both the chronically ill and disabled categories. I was diagnosed as a type 1 diabetic when I was about 1.5 years old, although I've had a pancreas transplant when I had a pancreas transplant when I was 41. That technically cured me of being a diabetic. I've had 3 organ transplants in total. I've had stage 3 cancer with chemo. I've had tons of skin cancer, radiation treatment. I'm blind in one eye and don't see very good out of the other one. And a bunch of other things that I will not get into right now. Hang on one moment. On your left. The other day, last week, I went for a ride with a guy who's a very good friend of mine, even though we had just met that day for the very first time. Typically, I ride on my own, but he and I arranged to go for a ride, and we hit it off really well, and it was a lot of fun. It was great. When I got home that night, I was telling my wife Debbie about it, and she said, "You should do a video on it." I said, "Do a video on that ride?" She said, "Do a video about how nice it is to go for a ride with somebody when you're used to riding alone most of the time." So, thanks for the idea, honey. Now, the friend I rode with is a retired physician, and he also has a YouTube channel. His name is Dr. Joseph Caprini, and he specializes in vascular medicine, and that's what his YouTube channel is. I'll put a link to it down below, so please check it out. Several months ago, he posted a video when he first got his first trike, and he sent me an email and said, "Why don't you watch this video?" And I watched it, and he was very excited getting his first trike. He had some very, very nice words to say about me, which honestly kind of embarrassed me a bit, but it was very kind of him. And the two of us started emailing back and forth, and it turns out he lives just a few miles from me. And we started talking about getting together for a ride, and he had a lot of initial problems. Hang on one moment. This balaclava climbs up on me when I talk. He had a lot of problems early on with his trike, so it was in and out of the shop a lot, and we tried scheduling a ride, and just always seemed like there was something that prevented us from getting together. But finally, last week, we were able to go for a ride, and as I said, we really hit it off. We talked a lot on subjects ranging from home audio equipment to medical issues in the medical industry. the afterlife, if there is one, and of course, recumbent trikes. So we talked and the miles went by. We agreed on a lot of things. We disagreed on a few, but even when we disagreed, that was interesting because I think we had a mutual respect for each other, or at least I had a respect for him. But it was really nice to get out and ride with somebody that you could talk to and have a good time with. Now, I'm not saying all my rides in the future are going to be with somebody. Almost certainly not. I'm sure I'll still do almost all of my riding alone. I'm just saying it really is nice to get out once in a while with somebody you enjoy spending time with, a good friend, and I do consider Joe a good friend, and going for a ride. And before you start saying, hey, what's going on here? It sounds like David has a bromance going on. I'm going to end the video. I'm sure the two of us will do some rides together in the future. I've got a feeling we might do some videos together as well. And that is it for this ride. Thanks for watching. Please share, like, honor, obey, all those things you're supposed to do. And I will see you on the next ride. Bye-bye.